Hey coaches, in today's episode, I want to dive into the challenges coaches face when it comes to booking discovery calls. We're going to actually address some common obstacles such as visibility, communication, and trust, and take a look at how these elements align with our broader mission and values. As we go through these topics, I will provide you with some actionable, no-nonsense strategies to improve your coaching practice and to help foster some deeper connections with your clients. So go ahead, grab a pen and some paper, and let's get at it. Hey Coach, welcome back to the Coach by God Entrepreneur Show. I'm Denise Milianta, self-proclaimed mama bear of the coaching industry, certified professional coach, mentor, consultant, tech trainer, and a faith-fueled business maven with a knack for turning chaos into gold. If you are ready to leverage your hard-earned coaching certification, get clarity, create ripples in the marketplace, build a business that glorifies God, and make money, this podcast is for you. You can find out more and connect with me over at denisemilianta.coach. Ready to dig into today's show? Get ready for a dash of sass, a sprinkle of wit, a dose of wisdom, and a whole lot of no-nonsense strategies that will transform your life and your business. Let's go. Hey Coach, in today's episode, I'm going to give you the 7 reasons why you may not be booking discovery calls, and I'll share 4 no-nonsense strategies for each one of the 7. OU of little visibility and unclear propositions. Reason number 1 is lack of visibility. You may not be visible enough to your potential clients, and this could be due to inadequate marketing efforts, a weak online presence, or insufficient networking. Basically, you're invisible like the wind. You need to be as the salt of the earth, because if you are not visible to your potential clients, how shall you season their lives with wisdom? These are your Goliaths. Your Goliaths are inadequate marketing efforts, a weak online presence, or insufficient networking. So step number 1 is increase that visibility. If you are an online coach building an online coaching practice, you need to be online. You must increase your visibility. I understand what it's like to be intimidated and a little bit fearful of being online when we're first stepping into our coaching businesses, but the more you do it, the more confidence that you will have. So start increasing that visibility and use your social media platforms to regularly share valuable content. This is going to let your future potential clients know who you are. They're going to want to book a call with you when you start becoming more visible. How else will they know that you even exist? Other ways to increase your visibility could be attending online networking events, hanging out in other Facebook groups, engaging with other professionals, right? You maybe collaborate with some other coaches or businesses so that you can start expanding your reach. The second reason is your value proposition as cryptic as the book of Revelation? If you have an unclear value proposition, your potential clients are not going to understand the benefits of what you offer. If the value proposition is not clear, compelling, or does not resonate with your ideal client, they're less likely to book a session. So, can the flock discern the shepherd's call if it's muddled and faint? No. These people are going to be left wandering in the wilderness of indecision if you are not clear. So, the first step or first no-nonsense strategy is to clarify your value proposition. Go back to it and refine it, redefine it, and clarify it. You want to define the special benefits of your coaching and how it solves your clients' problems. They don't need to know all the features of what it looks like to purchase one of your coaching packages. They only are interested in the benefits. What is in it for them? So create a clear and concise statement that is going to encapsulate the essence of your services. If you have any client testimonials or case studies, use those as well to illustrate the impact that you are having on other people's lives. The third reason you may not be booking discovery calls is you're simply targeting the wrong audience. It's like preaching to the Pharisees, right? You're targeting souls who don't even thirst for your guidance. You might be marketing to all of those people who are not interested in what you do or do not need coaching services. It's really crucial, coaches, to define and understand your target market. Who are you targeting? And then you want to tailor your marketing messages effectively. So the first no-nonsense strategy is to go back and make sure that you are targeting the right audience. Now, hear me clearly. I am not saying start over, switch lanes, choose an entire new niche and audience. You just want to make sure that your audience is the right audience for what you're offering. If you have to, go back and conduct some market research to identify who your ideal clients are. What are their demographics? What are their needs? There are so many Facebook groups that you can actually ask these questions in. And then once you get this feedback, once you have this market research, go back and tailor your message, your marketing message, because you want your marketing message to address the specific challenges of your audience. Now, I'm going to give you an example of what that looks like. You're here listening to this because you're not booking discovery calls. That's not the root of the problem. The root of the problem is one of these 7 things that I'm sharing with you today. So you want to understand what their main problem is, but what are all the little problems behind that are leading up to the bigger problem? Whoops. Okay. So what is next? We talked about you're invisible. We talked about your value proposition. We talked about the wrong audience. The next thing up is ineffective communication. Are you communicating as Babel's Tower? Because poor communication skills or unappealing promotional materials can fail to engage your potential clients. You need to know how to speak your client's language. Your message needs to be clear and concise and tailored to their needs and their interests. Because if your words are building barriers rather than bridges, how are you going to reach that promised land of client trust and engagement? So make sure that your message be not a message of confusion of tongues. Be clear and very tailored. And you do that by improving your communication. Now, communication skills are a learned skill. I will even go a step further and say, if you can't communicate clearly what it is you want to say, tap into ChatGPT, see what it comes up with, and then tweak it so it sounds like you. You don't want to copy and paste it verbatim, right? You want to also ensure that your marketing materials are not only clear, but they're professional. They're free of all the jargon. You know, I see a shift. People are sick and tired of the jargon and the false promises. You can also practice active listening and clear speaking with all of your interactions, right? As coaches, our number one skill should be active listening. So make sure you're tapping into that. And then use feedback from clients to refine and improve your communication style. If you're not already doing this next step, I beg you to do so. You should have an exit questionnaire for each client to fill out when they are finished working with you. That is very, very important. All right, number 5. You have a lack of trust or credibility. Trust is fleeting as the Israelites' faith. Building trust and establishing credibility is essential for your coaching practice. So without testimonials and reviews or a track record of success, your future clients might be hesitant to invest their time and their money with you. Now, if you haven't worked with anybody yet, here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Go out, offer a scholarship package to 1 or 2 people and start coaching. You have to start somewhere. That's how you're going to start building this trust and credibility. You can also share your qualifications, your experience, and success stories all on your website and all of your marketing materials. You could offer workshops, free challenges, or content to demonstrate your expertise and value. But again, if you're not showing up on social media on a regular basis, you have no visibility and you are not sharing your expertise and values. They simply cannot find you. So encourage those satisfied clients or those scholarship clients to leave a positive review and a referral. Number 6, your client experience is like wandering 40 years in the desert. If your clients have a poor experience or you have poor reviews, the booking process could be complicated and maybe it's user unfriendly. It's going to deter those future potential clients away from you. So if you do have some negative reviews, go back, meet with that person who left that negative review and see what you can offer or do to fix it, right? To fix it. You want to make the journey to the promised session smoothing and welcoming. So take a look at what your client experience is like. What does it look like for clients who are working with you? What does that onboarding experience look like? You want raving reviews from your clients. And I'll also say or suggest that you want to streamline this booking and onboarding process to make it as smooth as possible. Always regularly solicit and act on feedback to improve your services. And then make sure that you're providing that exceptional service and follow-up. You want to exceed client expectations. Listen, we're women and men of faith, right? We should be doing all things with excellence. Even if that means going the extra mile, go the extra mile. Number 7 is lack of follow-up. Sometimes your interested potential clients might need follow-ups or an additional engagement to convert them into booking that session. They might need a gentle nudge. So if you are not proactive in following up, you might be losing out on opportunities, right? This is the lost sheep of follow-up. Even the 1 sheep out of 100 is sought after and brought back to the fold. So shouldn't you then pursue these potential clients with that gentle persistence and heavenly strategy? So you want to follow up effectively and implement some kind of a system to track and manage follow-ups. Use an Excel sheet or a to-do document. I don't know, just implement some kind of a system to track those people that you are having these conversations with and encourage them to book that discovery session with you. Always personalize your communication, right? Personalize your emails, your phone calls, your DMs. You don't want to sound like a robot. You don't want to sound like ChatGPT. You want to make it personal and offer additional value. I can't say this enough, right? Just keep offering additional value. Now, all of these things, all 7 of these, I would say requires a coach to know what their dominant coaching style is. If you don't know what your dominant coaching style is, there is an episode that speaks about this. I want to encourage you to go to that episode, listen to the episode, and then in the show notes, there's a link to the dominant coaching quiz. Very important to understand yourself, right? There's so many coaches, business coaches, consultants. They're all talking about how you have to know your ideal client. Well, how about we start with knowing ourselves first? Knowing ourselves as a coach, how we coach, what is our dominant coaching style? So the path to success of your coaching business really does lie in the principles of marketing. You want to tailor your message and you want engagement. seek first to understand all these measures, and all else shall be added unto you. So improve the flock that gathers for your discovery calls. Now, if you are stuck or you're in a season of lack when it comes to your discovery calls, do not start all over. Hear me, I repeat it, do not start all over. Just go back and refine what you already have in place. God has already put this in your hands. You do not need to pivot. Start refining and defining. I do offer a 90-minute discovery call. If you want a 90-minute intensive with me so that we can help get this all cleared and worked out, send me a message, email me, go visit my website, but do something. Don't just stay where you are. Also, I want to encourage you too, if you have a lack of clarity in all of these areas, my $47 certified coaches clarity course will help you get crystal clear on all of these things. Listen, coaches, I know what it's like not to have clarity. We all start in the same place, right? So without that clarity, you're going to lack confidence. And without confidence, you're going to lack clients. And without clients, you're going to lack the cash and the profit. So take the steps, invest in yourself so that you can invest in the people that God has lined up for you, right? You are purposed for a purpose, and your purpose is to help a certain person accomplish certain goals and transformations. All right? Be well. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's episode of the Coach by God Entrepreneur. If this blessed you, please hit the subscribe button and leave me a review. I would be truly blessed if you shared this podcast with another coach. And remember, success in coaching is not just about what you achieve, but who you become in the process. Tune in for more insights and actionable strategies in my upcoming episodes. Stay connected, stay inspired, and let God lead the way to your coaching greatness.